Scrapping U.S.-China Navy talks deepens danger at dangerous time. Analysts and officials say Hong Kong-China's cutting of some of its few communication hyperlinks with the U.S. military raises the danger of an unintended escalation of tension over Taiwan at a critical second, in keeping with security analysts, diplomats and U.S. officials. China called off planned formal talks related to theater-level instructions, defense policy coordination and Navy maritime consultations on Friday as a part of its retaliation against U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's go to Taiwan this week. In an editorial on Saturday, the Communist Party's People's Daily newspaper described the response, at the side of sanctions against Pelosi and her circle of relatives, as powerful measures that fully demonstrates that China is fully determined and able to safeguarding countrywide solidarity and safeguarding sovereignty and territorial integrity. Christopher Twomey, a protection scholar at the U.S. Naval Postgraduate School in California, told the severing of the communication links was disturbing, coming at what he believed changed into the beginning of a brand new Taiwan crisis. China fired ballistic missiles over Taipei as part of 4 days of unparalleled military drills across the island it claims as its own sporting activities because of cease at midday on Sunday. This improved density of forces, inside the context of an intensifying disaster, raises the chance for inadvertent escalation that neither aspect desires, Twomey mentioned, speak me in a private ability. That is exactly the time you will need to have extra possibilities to talk to the alternative facet. Losing those channels significantly reduces the capacity of the two facets to deconflict army forces as numerous sports and operations maintain. As Chinese warships, fighter jets and drones maneuver around Taiwan, at the least 4 effective U.S. vessels, inclusive of the plane provider USS Ronald Reagan, the amphibious assault ship USS Tripoli and the guided missile cruiser USS Antietam are east of Taiwan, has showed. Not taking calls. Bonnie Glaser, a Washington-based protection analyst with the German Marshall Fund of the United States, mentioned, extra widely, potentialities were extraordinarily low for containing talks on danger reduction measures or stability. Over time, she said she predicted the unique talks known as off this week could resume. However, right now, China has to signal sturdiness and clear up. A U.S. legitimate, talking on situation of anonymity, stated Chinese officers had now not responded to calls from senior Pentagon officials this week, however, that become visible as China displaying displeasure over Pelosi's experience in place of the severing of the channel between senior defense officers, such as U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin. L1N2ZH19D Austin pushed for stepped-forward communication among the rival forces whilst met Chinese Defense Minister General Wei Feng on the sidelines of Shangri-La Dialogue Security Meeting in Singapore in June. Both Asian and Western diplomats said U.S. Navy chiefs have been pushing for extra common theater-level command talks for a while, given China's growing deployments across Asia, in which the U.S. military has historically been the dominant electricity. The Pentagon mentioned on Friday that China turned into overreacting and America changed into nevertheless open to building crisis communique mechanisms. Part of this overreaction has been strictly proscribing its defense engagements while any accountable kingdom would realize that we want them now the most, performing Pentagon spokesman Todd Bresiel said.